and all. So, dear students, we'll continue, right? Yes, ma'am. What we have started yesterday? What we have started yesterday? Come on, everybody. Yes, ma'am. Functions we started. Very good. Very good. Yeah, what is the definition of function? Come on, have some 2 minutes questions in the class. What is the definition of functions? Function definition, please. A part of main program is called a function. A part of main program is called what? Function. Or subprogram of main program is called function. Yes. What is the purpose of functions, my dear students? What is the purpose of functions? Code reusability. Purpose of functions is, I told you, it is used to perform the operation. That is a very important one. 1 minute. Anuj Rajput is correct. It is used to perform the operation. Functions are used to perform the operation and provides code reusability. If you say only code reusability, it is wrong. Rakesh, very good, ma. Rakesh, very good. Vamsi Krishna, Vamsi Nani, yeah, Vamsi. It is used to perform certain operation and provides code reusability. All of you write down that. Those who have written code reusability, that is not correct. You have to say two things. For every operation performed by the concept of functions. And I told yesterday, functions are meant for performing the operations, right? Yesterday I told you that important things in the class. Yesterday I told that important thing in the class. So functions are used to perform the operation and provides a code reusability. Very nice. Right, ma? Now it is the time to see what happens. What happens? 1 minute, ma. 1 minute. Yeah. Coming to the point back, it is meant for performing the code reusability, meant for performing certain operation, and provides code reusability. This is a very important. How many parts are there in functions? How many parts are there in functions? Quickly. There are two parts are there in the functions. One is called what? Function definition, function calls. Which is the most important component in that? Function definition. Function definition first, function call first. Function definition first, function call first. Function definition is first. Later, what will be there? Function calls. See, my dear student, function definition will exist only once, and we can have multiple function calls. For every function call, there must exist a function definition. Otherwise, we get a name error. We'll get it. And I told last session, mathematical awareness, I said, my dear students, mathematical awareness. Mathematical awareness, I told yesterday. Let me open some mathematical awareness. See, my dear students, consider this part you see. Consider this part you see. Right? This part you see. What is happening here? F of x is equal to x plus y. Function definition. So it is taking function name and then formal parameters plus logic. To define any type of function, function name is required, formal parameters required, and then function logic is required. Function name is required, function name is there, plus formal parameters are there, function logic is required. Very, very important. And these things are called function calls. These things are called function calls. We call it as function calls. Right? And G of 6, 7 is a error. It is an error, name error, because we have a function call, but there is no function definition. So to define any type of function, we require three things are required. One is the function name is required, function formal parameters required, logic is required. Come on, students. Now I'm going to introduce, further I'm going to introduce one important point I'm going to discuss. So let us go to the discussion called what? Syntax for function definition, last session, right? Rocky, I will explain more. Definitely, I will tell you that in the functions concept. With some concept, I will tell you that program, conversion of Roman number to normal number. I told you. I will explain you. Okay. Actually, that is a very simple, but you did not able to or are able to do it. Okay. So take care of that. Take care of that. Once if I give an assignment, you should able to do it. Otherwise, I will do it. Not a problem. Concentrate on the class. Syntax for defining the function. Last class, if you see, syntax for defining the function, last class we started like this, if you remember me. What is the syntax for defining the function? To define a function in the programming, we follow the following syntax. What is it? Function name, list of def is a keyword. And moreover, my dear students, moreover, my dear students, I want to give you this point like this. Okay. So this discussion, I would like to give you something like this. Let us follow 1 minute. If you wait it, I will explain with a colorful approach. I will give you colorful way. I want to explain with a colorful explanation. I want to give you just for a minute. You wait, ma. Syntax for defining a function. Syntax for defining a function. Just for a minute. You wait because I want to start discussing like this. Okay. Just for a minute. You wait. Yeah. So syntax for defining a function. Syntax for defining a function. I just want to talk about it. Syntax for defining a function. Just for a minute, you wait. Right? So coming to the point of it, here, I'm going to give you the clarity on this way. So coming to this area function. Okay. Then in this case, what we are doing is this is syntax to define a function in Python program. This entire thing. Let me take the syntax here. Fine. So let us follow this carefully. To define a function, we use the following syntax. Okay. Fine. So let us follow what exactly this syntax is. Okay. Now, the syntax will be something like this. I will just want to carry this syntax as is. So def, now I will bring this entire syntax. Let us carefully. So listen, all of you. I'm just trying to explain this syntax. Carefully try to follow. So here I'm trying to paste it and all of you try to understand. So it's the biggest syntax is drawn here. Yeah, you try to understand. I will try to take in this case. All of you try to follow me. Yeah. So here I am taking docstring. Try to follow me. Docstring I'm taking. Okay. So or otherwise like this you try to follow. So I'm taking here function name. Here I'm trying to write like this. Why? Because why I'm trying to take like this is because I want to explain something more detailed in this case. In this, I want to go for it. Block of statements are there. Block of statements are coming. Now here block of statements performing some operation. That is nothing but like this. Now I want to give you this area of development. Yeah. So other kind of thing, I just want to give you like this. Fine, students. Look at my dear students, all of you. So DEF also missing there. Yeah, here I will say DEF. DEF, I will write DEF. Here I will write DEF. DEF. Okay. DEF. So anything else is also missing. Okay. If at all anything is missing, I will just cut it and I will draw. I will just move other side. So just for a minute, you wait, all of you. DEF function name. This part you observe it. Yeah, this is called what syntax, my dear students? Syntax for defining the function. This is the syntax for defining the function. This is a syntax for defining the function. Okay. So the overall picture, if you still, because I'm starting the explanation for that. I'm starting the explanation for this now. I'm starting the explanation. This entire thing is called what? This entire thing is called a function definition. Last and final. I'm going to give you the clarity following. We follow the following syntax. This entire thing is called what? This entire thing is called what? Function definition. Right. Now, here, what I'm trying to tell here is this part, this entire thing, because I want to give you how you will receive me, I don't know, but this is the most important area which I'm discussing. This is called function definition. This is called function definition. This part is called function definition. Okay. Now this function definition contains two parts. Function definition contains two parts here. Okay. What is that two parts here we are having? One is called function heading. You see, this is called a function heading. This entire thing is known as what I told, function heading. This is called a function heading. As I told you that it is called a function heading. There, this part is there na, DEF. This part is called a function heading. It's very serious about this point. Function heading. I'm going to give you the lines here. Function heading. Function heading. I'm writing here heading. Okay. Function heading. This is called a function heading. There is a function body is there. Function body. Doc onwards is called what you know. Function body. Is called a function body. This part what we are writing is called a function body. My dear student, this is called a function body. Yeah, this part is called a function body. Okay, so function heading is there, function body is there. This part is called a function heading, and this part is called a function body. I'm going to say it is a function body. Okay, let me write it here, function body. Yeah, function body. So here I am writing function body. Yes, this the total thing is called a function heading. This is the total thing is called a function definition. So function definition contains how many parts? Two parts. One is called a function heading and a function. This entire thing is known as what you know, students. This entire thing is known as what you know, student. Function. On the top of it, I am writing for your understanding purpose. Function definition. Function definition. Yeah, this is called a function definition. Yes, students. Look at that. Now, here I want to give some explanation. So tell me all of you, function definition contains how many parts? Because for the future purpose, I am giving this type of clarity for you people, guys. Function definition, function body, right? Function heading, function body. Two parts are there. Function definition, this is, don't think by mistake. How many parts are there in function programming? Function programming contains there also two parts. Function call, function definition, function calls. Now I'm talking about the function definition. Here, function definition contains how many parts? Function heading plus function body. Function body. This is the one I'm talking about. Right, students? Come on to the point back. Here I am giving the explanation. I am going to start. Explanation I am going to start here. All of you should understand me very, very perfectly. What is the explanation I am giving? Because this explanation will be there throughout our entire course of action. Throughout our entire course of action, this explanation will be continued. So let us start the explanation here. One by one I am going to give. Fine. So yesterday I told you 7 important points are there. 7 important points are there, I told you. What is the first point I am going to say? DEF. DEF is a keyword. Is a keyword. used for defining the programmer defined functions. Programmer defined functions. Programmer defined functions. Programmer defined functions. DEF is a keyword used for defining the programmer defined functions. Used for defining the programmer defined functions. Yes. That's one thing you need to remember. Used for defining the programmer defined functions. Well, next part I am going to discuss. Point number 1, point number 2, I am going to give the points here. What is the second point I am going to give? Function name. Function name. See, my dear students, function name is a variable name, is a valid variable name, is a valid variable name, and treated as what name? Function name. Function name. And my dear student, it is the most important thing everybody should understand me. And every function name is considered as what? An object. Considers an object of a class function. Hence, what is function? Tell me, what is a function? Everybody tell me. It is a class. It is a class. Every function name itself is called what? Object. Object of what? One class. Object of a class function. That is the very important point. Because point to point I am explaining. Examples we will cover today's class. We are entering into the today's class. Okay, student. Next, I am going to come to the list of formal parameters. Yes, next point is called what? List of formal parameters. List of formal parameters. What is the list of formal parameters will do, my dear students here? List of formal parameters represents variable list, variable names used in function heading. Used in function heading. You see carefully. Used in function heading, and they are used for storing. Input values coming from come on everybody, function calls. Did you remember that? Input values coming from where? Function calls. Input values coming from function calls. Did you understand this? Did you understand? List of formal parameters represents variable names used in function heading, and they are used for storing input values coming from function calls. Excellent. Now, let me move forward. I will write in other side. Other side, I will continue my explanation. Okay, students, let us move to the other side, my dear students. Very simple. Very simple. Let me take my consideration here. What happens? This is gone. So here I am going to say, let me continue other kind of thing. What is the next point I am going to say? Next point I am going to give you doc string. I will show you immediately the program here. Doc string. Next point is called a doc string. Here there is a doc string is there. So I'm writing here doc string, which is written in triple quotes. Doc string represents, here I wrote within the double quotes, represents documentation string. The name itself says documentation string. Suppose if you buy a mobile, they will give you one small manual to you. They will give a small manual to you. Nothing but documentation string represents. It is nothing but the description of your function name. Documentation string. The purpose, writing the documentation string is an optional. If you want, I can write it, and it I can write, and it helps and it helps to describe and it helps to describe. I can write describe the functionality of the functionality of the function, describing the functionality of the function, describing the functionality of the function. Yeah, suppose if I am writing the function name as OTP, I am writing the function name called OTP. Simple ma, DEF OTP, OTP, something, some parameters are taking. I can write what I am writing here, indentation. This function, see, I am writing, for example, this function generates OTP of 2 digit, of 5 digit, like that. So coming to the point of it, like that we are going to give you, we are going to give you description of the function, my dear students. Description of the function it will provide. Description of the function it will provide. Come on to the point of it. Functionality, describe the functionality of the function. It is nothing but giving the commenting about the function name. Like it is explaining its functionality. Yes, that is a doc string. Next, I am going to write it. Another point is block of statements. Another thing is block of statements, my dear students. I am explaining the next part. Block of statements. Block of statements gives. Block of statements gives. Set of block of statements gives. Set of executable statements. Set of executable statements. Executable statements. Block of statements gives set of executable statements. Set of executable statements. Block of statements gives set of executable statements, which provides solution to the given problem. And it is called, industry we call it as a business logic. Business logic we can call business logic. So let us write business logic. See, dear students, the block of statements we are writing called a set of executable statements, which provides the solution to the given problem, and it is called a business logic we can call. I hope you are understanding. This is another point. See that first point is called what? DEF keyword. Second point is a function name. Third point is a list of formal parameters. DEF keyword, function name, list of formal parameters. List of formal parameters. Right. Next is called a doc string, doc string, and the next is called a block of statements. Block of statements. Now I want to go for it. What is the next point I am going to give you? An important point I want to give you. The point is, my dear students, in the function body, already I told you the area called a function body. We are using certain special variables. We are using certain variables inside the function body. Look at ma. Inside the function body, we are using certain new variables inside the function body. Those variables are called local variables we can call. Which variables they are called? Local variable. Sir, why I should use local variable? To hold the result, to store the temporary result of my function. I am using formal parameters in the function heading. For what purpose? To store the inputs coming from the function call. Okay. During the processing of my input of the formal parameters, I need some temporary variables in the function body. They are called local variables. So I am writing inside the function definition. Inside the function definition, I am writing inside the function definition. We use some special variables. We use some special variables for holding or storing or holding the results of the function, and those variables are called what? local variables we can call. Very important, local variables, because I am going to cover in the class local variables, global variables. I am explaining in the class in detail. So keep in mind, first you try to understand the terminology. Yes, ma, Brahmani, I am going to give you the example now. Brahmani, I am going to explain the example. Okay, na? Don't worry. Don't worry. Wait. I am going to give you the example for you. Okay? Don't worry. So now we are understanding the local variables. Tell me, where are you using local variables? Where are you using local variables? In which place you are using local variables? Quickly. Where are you using local variables? Function body. Don't make you to get the imposition, students. Function body. Why I wrote these lines here? Why I wrote here lines especially? Function definition, this is called. Function heading is there, function body is there. Okay, please keep in mind function body. Right, coming to the next part, I am going to explain now. See that formal parameters and local variables, formal parameters and local variables to be used inside the function definition only. Formal parameters, local variables, values can be accessed in the corresponding function definition only. You cannot access those formal parameters of one function, local variables of one function into another access. That means wherever you are using the local variables and formal parameters in the corresponding function only, you can use it. You cannot use such formal parameters and local parameter values into another type of function we cannot use, which is called the scope of variables we can call. Scope of variables we can call. Okay, that point I will write it. Simple. In your packet, you have some value. In my packet, I have some value. They are local to both of us. We can access those things by yourself and by myself only. If I try to access your belongings, you will get error. If you try to access my belongings, you will myself will get an error. So did you understand this point? Did you understand this point? What is this title called? Scope of variables. Scope of variables we can call. It is an important term to understand in this now. What is the scope of the variables here? Scope of the variables means where we can access, where we cannot access. That is a point. Now I am writing the values of formal parameters and what? Local variables can be accessed. The values of formal parameters and local variables can be accessed inside of corresponding function definition only, but not possible to access in the context of another function, definition. Did you understand this entire meaning? The values of formal parameters and the local variables can be accessed inside of corresponding function definition only, but not possible to access in the context of another function definition. Did you understand, my dear students, this entire description? Did you understand, my dear students, this entire description? Please confirm it. Now I am going for the example part. Okay. Now, functions are present in which type of programming languages, my dear students? Functions are present in which type of programming languages? Functions are present inside of structured programming. Irfan, very good, ma. Very good. Functions are present inside of structured programming languages. Very good, ma. Very good. Now, how function definition contains how many parts? Function definition contains how many parts? two parts. What are those? What are those? Function, function head, function heading, function body, function heading, function body. Last and finally, if you want me to understand, here, I will write one small point here. Function definition is equal to, just for your understanding, function heading plus function body. This is the one you must understand in the class. So what I said, function heading plus function body, I said this part I said, function body. So this is the one where you need to understand, function heading plus function body. So this is the one you must understand in the class. So function heading plus function body. Okay, students, this is the point. You try to remember it. My dear students, right? Finished. This part is done. Nothing but this heading you need to remember. Okay, right. This is a complete thing, right? Come on to the point of it. Now, let us move to the further discussion. Example part, I will go for it. All of you open the notes, see the mathematics knowledge once. Mathematics knowledge. What is this function definition, ma? What is this function definition? Write a function definition for addition of two numbers. I said. Open the notes. Yesterday's class, I told you. Lot of description I told. See, my dear students, 1 minute. If you ask the things which is already completed, if you ask me to repeat, it's impossible to repeat again. But you look at, this is the code we have written here. Ganesh Verma, please ma. If you ask me again to repeat, it is difficult for me to continue further. Student number 1 has written the code. Student number 2 has written the code. Student number 3 writing the same code again and again. That means not able to get the code reusability. Yesterday's class, I told this. Now, when you come to other part of the code reusability, yesterday I was posted this example to you, and this was defined only one time. Block of statements are written one time, put it into some part, function name that they are calling. Simply they are calling. This we call it as defined once, and calling anywhere else. Is called code reusability. Already I was explained a long time yesterday. So this entire thing was explained in the last class only. Right. So reusability concept is explained even today also. So let us coming to the next part. We go for the functions here. Write down one more part of it. Write down the example now. One small point I want to say. One more point I want to add, my dear students. Here you watch it. Function definition will be executed when we call the function. This point you have to understand, my dear students. Everybody must understand. Function definition will be called when we call it. When we call it, then only it will come. Function, once again I am going to give you the clarity. What is it? Function definition will execute. When we call it. Otherwise it will not execute. Now I am going to give you the clarity. Last point I am going to give you. Function definition will execute. Function definition will execute when we call the function. Function definition will execute when we call the function. Function definition will execute when we call the function call. That is nothing but function definition will execute when we have a function call. That's it. Otherwise it will not execute. Otherwise it will not execute. That's it. This is the point you must remember. This is a complete explanation I gave. Write down, open your notes now. Write down this. Define a function define a function, define a function, define a function, define a function which will compute, which will compute, which will compute which will compute sum of two numbers. 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 Right, students. So let us go to the next part. We want to go for it. See, students, now I will go for the logic part. All of you should understand. Actually, this is a dead easy. Now, why I am going for the functions? Once again, I am giving the clarity. So the students, let us assume we have 300 students. Out of these 300 students, I am asking this question: write a Python program which will compute sum of two numbers. I said 300 students writes the 4 times. It is a 1200 instructions are taking. Is it recommended? 300 students writing 4 statements, everybody. Is it recommended? Come on, no sir, no sir. But how many times I want to define? How many times I want to define? Only one time. Only one time I want to define. Only one time I want to define. So that other people can do what? Other people can write once, call anywhere. They will call it. They will reuse it. They will reuse it. Syed, very good ma. Syed Ibrahim, very good ma. Write once, call anywhere. That is the one we need to use it. Yes ma. So let us go to the function now. So first time you are defining the function. See, my dear students, all of you try to follow me. So now I am writing this program. This program computes. This program defines a function. Defines a function, and it computes. And it computes. What is that? Sum of two numbers. Sum of what numbers? Two numbers. See, beautiful. Sum of two numbers it is going to be. Yes, ma. Veena Sagar. Yes, good ma. WCA. That means WOCA. Write once, call anywhere. That is the slogan of our functions. Reuse it also we can say. Atish. Very good ma. You are all saying WOCA. Write once, call anywhere. Okay, sir. Now you say definition of the function. Every function definition starts with what? Kumar Babu. Very good ma. Every function starts with which keyword? As DEF. DEF. What is my function name? What is my function name? Sum OP. Sum OP. What is my function name? Sum OP. Sum operation. What should I take it? Sum OP. See that braces indicates that function braces. I should take formal parameters. How many formal parameters required? Two. Okay, very good ma. Very good. Super. Senapati, Rocky, Irfan, Rakesh, close. And what is the symbol? Yes, Ranjan, very good ma. Indentation. What is the symbol is called? I forget. What is the symbol is called? I forget ma. It is called indentation. Indentation symbol it is called. Shravani. Indentation symbol. Very nice. Now here, writing the documentation string. If you want, you can write documentation string actually. It computes sum of two numbers. No problem, you can write it. No issue at all. You can write like this. But it is an optional to write it. It is an optional. I need not to write this. It is an optional. Even if you write also, no problem. Because I gave the complete syntax for you. If you want, you can write it. Otherwise, not necessary. It is not necessary. If you want, I will remove. I will remove this. Okay? I will remove. We will write under triple double quotes only. Yes, ma. Multi-line comment is also there, na? Multi-line comment is also there, na? It will satisfy satisfy all of them. It will satisfy single line commenting, triple line, double line commenting, multi-line commenting, all those things. Yeah. So writing docstring is optional or mandatory? Come on. Is it optional or mandatory? Samir, very good, ma. Is it optional or mandatory? It is the optional. Okay. Very good. Tell me. Now do what? Block of statements you need to define. Block of statements are there or not? This is a block of statements, ma. This is called block of statements. Write down the block of statements. Tell me what is the block of statement. Add them. Body you write it. C is equal to A plus B. C is equal to A plus B. What is this? C is equal to A plus B. What is this C? Tell me. Here C is called. I forget. C is called local variable. Local variable is called local variable. Is called local variable. I hope you are understanding what I am talking. Right, Anuj. Yes, I told you already, na? Docstring will tell you what this function will do. That's it. Okay. Now, whatever the value I am sending, you are computing. I want to give the result back to you. I want to give the result back to you. To give the result back to you, I will use today one type of statement called return. Return is a statement. Return is a keyword. Return is the keyword which will return the value what you have computed. What is the value you have computed? C. Simple, ma. Simple. See, I am your teacher. I am your teacher. You are my student. You are my student. You are my student. To the student, I am asking, my dear student, I am asking, what is the 3 and 4 sum I asked? What you will do in your brain, you will say 3 and 4, and the value is called 7. You will say return C. You will say return C. You will say return is a statement. Return 7. You will say 7. Return is a statement used to give the value back to the person who is sending my input. Are you understanding this? Sayyid Ibrahim, follow me, ma. Follow me. I told you, I will explain that. In our index, Ibrahim, follow me, ma. Ibrahim, you see, ma. You see once. Here, I have a very beautiful discussion. Here you see number of approaches to develop the functions. I am going to explain that. I will explain that. Only syntax is we are in that. Ibrahim, try to follow. Number of approaches to develop the functions. I will explain that. Okay? Don't worry. Just to give me few minutes time. I will come to that part. Return C. Return C. I am giving the result back. So I am going to give you here return is a statement. Is a statement used for giving the value, giving the result back. Right. Fine. Sharath, why do you use a print statement? Sharath is asking this question. That's what I'm saying that. That's what I'm taking that. Yes, if you wait for a few minutes, I will tell all the things, ma. I will tell all the things. Manjula is asking. Manjula is asking the same question. So Manjula is also asking the same question. Ibrahim question also same. Sir, why can't we use a print statement? These are all going to be in a single stretch. I will answer all these things. Okay, right. So I may use it, I may not use it. I may use it, I may not use it. I have my own option. I may have my own option. Why do you use print statement? Don't ask me, sir, what is the difference between print and print is already explained. Already print is explained to display the result. To display the result, this is what? Returning the result. I'm giving the result back to the place where you are calling me. Okay. Now, see, a courier boy is returning your packet back, and you are the one receiving that packet. Fine. So, at this point of time, yes, ma, Sagar, one more question you are asking. Sorry, what is the difference between function and method? Yes, we have. In the object-oriented programming, We call it as a methods. In whoops, we will call it as what? Methods. Same. Function and method is same. In functional programming, we call it as what? We call it as what? Functions. Because Python is inspired from functional programming aspects. Python is inspired from object-oriented programming. Both of them are going to be, in whoops, we call it as a methods. Same thing we call it as functional programming functions. Subprograms in whoops are called methods. Subprograms in functional programming called functions. So subprograms are called one and the same. Subprograms, nothing but what? In whoops, we call it as a methods. Subprograms in functional programming, we call it as a functions. So this is called USA. This is called India. This is called India. So you are the one. You are the one. So you are the one. And Sagar is the one. He is living in, Sagar is a person. He went to USA and he is there for a long time. He is called what? He is called what? American. He is called American. And he came to India. Now he is living in India now. Who is that? Indian. Indian. Did you understand this example? And don't tell that Sagar example. You have to tell. If subprograms are used in whoops, we call it as a methods. If subprograms are used in functional programming, we call it as a functions. Today we will be calling it as a function. Are you following me? Right. Yeah. Now coming to the point of it, this is called a function definition. I defined the function definition. So this here, A, B are called what? I'm writing the comment. Here, A and B are called what? Are called what? Formal parameters. Formal parameters. Wait for 2 minutes. You will get a beautiful explanation. Okay. Now I will execute. What is my program now? What is my program now? Sum.py. Sum.py. Or SumExample.py. SumExample.py. Let us save this code, my dear students. Let us save, my dear students, example. Say first time you are defining. Now, what is an output, please? G colon. Come on, apply your intelligence, my dear students. 4 p.m. Yes, sir. Now I am taking functions here. Yes, sir. Now you tell me output is py some example. There is no output will come here. Yes, ma. Akshata. Yes. There is nothing is an output. Nothing is an output. Why? Yes, as there is no output. This only function is defined. You see my description, my dear students. Last part you see, function definition will execute when we call it. When we call it. Yeah. Now I am writing one statement before that. Print, I am from, 1 minute ma, I am from before function definition. Function definition. Function definition. This is I am from function definition. This I am writing. This I am writing. This is I am after function definition. After function definition. See that? It is a function call. Function definition will come when we call it. Now see the execution now. See the execution, my dear students. All of you listen. Now see that answer. Function definition before function, execute function after the function definition. In middle of it, this is not coming. This is not coming. Right. So coming to the point back, this is comes under. This is comes under. Now I want to go for it. This is a sub program. Now I will write the main program. I will write it. For your understanding purpose, I am writing it is a main program. I am writing this is a main program. My dear students, carefully follow. Call the function sum OP of 10, 20. Like a mathematics only. Like a mathematics only. See the mathematics knowledge. This one you see. This is something like what? Sum OP of what? 2, 3. 2, 3. Function call. Going to the definition. So coming back here. What is happening? Sum OP is called a function call. Your PVM will go to where? PVM will go to the function call. Output is not important. First listen the flow. Sum it will go to this place. What is happening? 10 will go to where? This A. 20 will go to where? This B. And then adding those values to keep the result 30, and 30 will be returning to the place from where are you calling. It is going to return to the left side of my variable, left side of my statement. I am writing here called res1, result 1 is equal to. See, my dear students, again I am going to say function call. Function call means going to the function head definition and keeping this a value in a, keeping this b 20 in this b. 10 plus 20, 30. 30 will be in C. Return 30. 30 will be there in res1. Print that res1. I am going to give you the clarity. Print of result is equal to, or sum is equal to. Now I am writing sum is equal to dot format of res1, dot format of res1. res1, I am just getting it. What is the res? Is the variable holding this result, sum op of 10 comma 20, holding that result into res1, returning, you see, return this value C, return statement value written in the left side of your function part. So here I am saying that here it is called what? Function call. This is called a function call. Okay, now let us execute this execution. Now see, my dear student, you see the result, sum is equal to 30. Some student is asking, I hope somebody is asking, Nitikesh is asking this question. Sir, print C is asking. So tell me, my dear student, is asking print C. Is it possible to write it? Is it possible to write, my dear student? Some C is asking, print of C is asking. Is it possible? All of you? No. Why no? I told already in my description, because my description, if you read well, there is no doubt will come. See that scope of the variables. What is the scope of the variables? The values of formal parameters and local variables can be accessed inside of corresponding function definition only, but not in the context of another function definition or another part of the program. You cannot access. If at all you access it and you have written it, print sheet line number 10, you will get error. See, my dear students, error is coming. Error is coming, my dear student. You see, error is coming. See that C is not defined. C is the variable present inside of this place only. You can access inside only. This is called a wrong. So I hope, my dear students, this part, the students who asked this, what is that in written and print, they understand, and print of C and use print, all those things you can understand, I think so. So let me observe it once, dear students. Is it understandable? Is it understandable, my dear students? Yes. Now, if you observe it, now I am going to give you a most beautiful explanation. I am going to start. Let us see my index. See, students, I want to make you to jump in my class in the subject of this Python, whichever subject I will handle. Number of approaches to develop functions is my subject which I am going to start. And be in the class. If you go out of the class, I cannot do anything. If you are there in my class, I will take care of your future. If you are not there inside of my class, nobody can save you. That's it. Number of approaches to develop. In real time, see, my dear student, in real time, I'm going to give you. In real time, we can define any function. We can define any type of function in 4 ways. We can define any type of function in 4 ways. Right? What is that 4 ways? I want to go for it. Approach number one, first one. Next is called approach number 2, second one. Approach number 3, approach number 4. These are the approaches. What we discussed in this case, what we discussed here in this case is called approach 1. What we discussed here is called approach 1. Okay, what I did here, I will just show you. I will just show you. Anuj, I will explain, ma. 1 minute you are, 1 minute you wait. Because I am entering into this area, na, just for a minute you wait. I will take your doubt here. Just wait. Right? No problem, ma, no problem. I will explain. I will explain. Wait. This I will say wait. I will take you in the hold. I am keeping in the pipeline. I will explain. Okay. Now you come to this place. Here, in this case, I will take this example. Now, approach number 1. This I will take it. Again, I will take it. I will take this. I will give the file name as approach number 1. What I am doing, you see. APPROACH, approach1.py. Look at my dear students, 1020. I printed. One more time I am writing. One more time I am writing. See that 100 comma 200. 100 comma 200. RES2. RES2. Print is equal to RES2. Right? So here I am not assigning this C value to RES. I am not assigning this RES, C to RES. Who is going to do that? Returning C. Returning C. Return statement will send the value of C. Return statement will send the value of C to the variable what you are using. To the variable what you are using. To the variable what you are using. Anuj, here KVR is the input. KVR is a local variable. KVR is going to be sending to the variable called Anuj. So, Anuj, I am not saying Anuj is equal to KVR. I am not saying Anuj is equal to KVR. I am not saying that. Anuj is equal to KVR, I am not going to say. It is called wrong. It is called wrong. Why? KVR is a local variable. Anuj is another variable in the main program. It is called wrong. You cannot. But who is a mediator between you and me? Who is a mediator between you and me? Return statement is the mediator. Excellent. KVR is a local variable. KVR is a local variable. Return the KVR into Anuj. Anuj is called what? One of my student. That value and how the flow will be. Some OP is taking these values into this place and this B, A plus B 100 plus 200 and add these values and kept into local variable KVR. Return this 200 to the place where you are taking. Left side of it is called what? Anuj. That is going to print here Anuj. I will write Anuj. Right. Execute this now. Execute this program now. I will say approach number 1. I will explain the points of approach number 1. Don't worry. I will give you the clarity here. Now, I will give you, if I write the next example, now you will say, sir, excellent, you will say. Sum is 10, sum is this 300, you will say. Now, Anuj, I hope you are getting your doubt clarified. Is your doubt is clarified, Anuj? Right, ma, Anuj. So your doubt is clarified. Okay, your doubt is clarified. Very nice. So your doubt is finished. Your doubt is finished. Yeah. So your doubt is clarified. Next, my dear student, you please understand one important thing. Instead of passing the value, see, defined one time each and every time student is taking. Instead of that, I will take it something like this. You see, I will take it. Some x is equal to float of input of dynamically I am taking, you see. Enter first value, enter first value, okay. Enter second value, this is called a second value. I am saying that a second value, second value I am taking. And then you pass directly what? X comma y. If I take float values, it will adjust for integers also. It will adjust for integers also. Now you see, most powerful explanation I am giving. Now see, enter the first value, 23 and then 3.4 you see. I got the result. What is this? X comma y. X comma y. Yes, ma. Yes, yeah. Y. X comma y you enter. Yes, ma. Changed it, my dear students. So 10, 23, 3.4. I got the result like this. Okay, next you enter -3, -4, -5.6. I got the result. Enter the result 100 and say -40. You get the result called 60. Dear students, dynamism is provided. Dynamism is provided. And my dear students, here formal parameters AB, here XY, it is different. If you want, you can take AB also. That is nothing but this AB different, this AB different. Don't think that are going to be same or different. It is up to your choice, my dear students. It is up to your choice. Say 34 and then 5.6, you will get the answer like that. That means in your home there is a AB people are there. In another home also same names are there. It doesn't mean that two families will have the same names. It doesn't mean that other people cannot have the same name like you. There is no such rule you can take. So you can take these variables in the main program like that. You can have formal parameters like this. Right? Coming to the point of it. Are you able to understand my description here? Come on here. I hope you are understanding. In this case, what are you doing? Just analyze now. Analyze the things now. Analyze the things. This is called approach number 1. What are the points of approach number 1? After 2 minutes, I will explain. Let me go to the approach number 2. After 2 minutes, you will understand very, very perfectly, my dear students. Let me come to that. One more point I will explain. This program defines a function and computes sum of two numbers. Approach number 2. Beautiful. If you understand this now, you can understand. Right? Fine. Come to the point of it here. It is something like this. DEF. Ganesh Verma, you are asking one small doubt again. I told you Nama just now. Again, you are asking the same thing. So Ganesh Verma is asking, can we write KVR instead of Anuj? Why not? I told you just now, na? Why not? Yes. So coming to the point of it. So here I am writing here. KVR I am writing. Okay. In this family, there is a KVR. Right? In this place, KVR is there. Here also I can write KVR. This KVR is different. This KVR is different. This KVR is a local variable. This KVR is here. You can take it here, KVR. No problem. Come on to the point of it. Execute it. Approach number 1. Yes, sir. 4 and then 5. You see, got it the answer. Local variables are different. These things are different. I said. Did you understand this? Fine. So let us coming to the point back. I hope you are understanding this. Coming to the approach number 2. See that, my dear students? Right? Coming to the point of it. Approach number 2.py. DEF. Function name. What is my function name? SumOp. Here, I am not taking any formal parameters. See, my dear students, I am not taking any formal parameters. All of you must carefully watch my example. Here, SumOp, formal parameters. This is one approach, one way, one mechanism. You can define any mechanism, my dear students. You can take any mechanism. SumOp of AB. What is AB? Formal parameters. Here, AB means what? The values are coming from function call. Here, what is happening? SumOp. I am not taking any formal parameters. Second approach I am defining. One problem I can define 4 ways. One problem I can solve in 4 ways. Any one of the way you can follow. Don't ask me which approach is good. I am giving the techniques for you how to do it. I will say only one way. This is only the way you are supposed to follow. I am not saying any one of the way you follow. SumOp, no formal parameter. No formal parameter means what? Values are not coming from function call. But to do any type of operation, compulsory input is required or not? Am I correct? Functions are meant for performing the operation. Operations you want to perform, compulsory input is required or not? Yes. Earlier input is coming from where? Function call, the input is coming. Function call. Now the input is not coming from function call. Then I will take the input inside of where? Function place. A is equal to float of, see my dear students, how beautiful functions these are. Input of, take the input inside the function, enter first value, enter first value. Okay, now you are saying b is equal to, enter second value, enter second value. I am saying that the second value, I am writing second value. Okay, a and b, two variables you are taking. Next I will do c is equal to a plus b. Tell me here, what is a, b, c are called? What is this a, b, c called? What? Here a, comma b, and the next is called b, and what? C are called what? Are called what? Local variables. Beautiful. Local variables. Local variables. Okay. Local variables. What is this is called? Tell me, ma. Taking input. Here, what I am doing? Taking input. Where I am taking input? Where I am taking input? Inside the function body. Any type of function is required. Any type of, see my dear students, look at ma. One small line because in the functions, a lot of confusion will come to the student if you don't listen carefully. Functions are meant for what? Look at first. Functions are meant for performing operation. Operations required, first of all, what? Input is required. Input is required. Input taken by whom? Function. Input taken by function. What that function will do? What that function will do? That function has to process. That function has to process the input. That function has to process the input. That function has to process the input. Yes, processing the input. That function has to give then what? After processing the input, it has to give what? Output has to give or not. That is nothing but result has to come. That is nothing but output has to come. That is nothing but result has to come. This is called phase number 1. This is called phase number 1. This is called phase number 2. Throughout your entire programming of Python, this is a mandatory for you. Phase number 3. How many phases are required to do the operations? How many phases are required to do the operations? 3 phases are required. Number 1, function has to take what? Function has to take what? Input values are compulsory. Then only processing can be done. Next is called what? Process the input. Process the input. Yes, you process the input. And next is called what? Gives the result. Gives the result. Gives the result. These are the 3 phases we require. Approach now. Coming to the approach number 1. Tell me, where are you processing my input? Where are you processing my input? From where are you processing? Function call. Come on, ma. Approach number 1. Where are you sending the input from? Function call. Function call. Where are you processing that input? Where are you processing that input? Function body. Function body. Right or not? Where are you giving the result? Outside you are giving. To the function call you are sending. To the function call you are sending. To the function call you are sending. Tell me here in this approach number 1. In this approach number 1. Where are you taking input? Where are you taking input? Input is taking from where? Taking from where? Come on fast. Function calls. Function calls. Next is called what? Processing. Processing done in where? Processing done in where? Come on quickly. Processing done in where? Function body. Function body. Right? Where are you giving the result? Result you are giving back to whom? Yes, result you are giving to whom? Result gives to whom? Gives to whom? Function call. Function call. Wherever you are calling, you are giving to that. This is called approach number 1. Steps. Input. Input. If you want, I will write capitals. Input. Next is called processing. These are called mandatory things. Processing. Next is called what? Result. Result. This is called result. This is called a result. Gives to function call. I hope you are following me. Since the input is coming from function call, formal parameter is required. Coming to this one, This one you come. Here, I did not take any formal parameters. So definitely I need what? Definitely I need what? Taking input in function body. Simple, ma. You are, earlier, you are not doing the job. So parents are sending the input. Parents are sending the money to you. You are receiving it. Now what are you doing? You are doing the job. You are getting your input by yourself only. You are getting the input by yourself only. What is the statement called? What is the statement called? Processing. Processing. And you are printing there only. Print here only, you print it. How do you print it? Sum of, see that, comma, comma, is equal to dot format of a comma b comma c. Beautiful. This is called what? Output. Result. This is called result. I am displaying here only. Result I am displaying here only. So those who, the students who asked that doubt, sir, print a statement, print a statement, print a statement, print a statement. So those who are asking, I am using your print statement now. I am printing inside only. Where I am doing? I am printing inside only. Everything I am doing inside. Coming to the main program. How easy, ma? Some OP. Don't get confused. What is this is called a function call. Simply I am just calling function call. Just I am switch on. Once you switch on, it is going to where? Function. It is asking me enter the values. What a beautiful logic. What is a beautiful processing. A beautiful output is giving to you directly. Ready made. Go to the shop, wear the dress and prepare. Go to the function. That's it. Execute this. Approach number 2. Approach number 2. Yes. Beautiful. Go. I will go to this place. Py, approach 2. See that 34 and 56 got the result. See ma, how students are asking doubt. See how students are asking doubt. He is asking, one student is asking, sorry to ask, what is def? What is def? Ravi Kumar is asking. Ravi Kumar is asking. What can I say, ma? Ravi Kumar, you see, ma, already here explained. You see here explained. DEF is a keyword. DEF is a keyword for defining the programmer defined function. Already explained. Right? Already it is there in my classroom notes. Everything is there in my classroom notes. Because I already explained yesterday, today also explained. So, is it understandable, my dear students? Is it understandable, my dear students? Come on, ma, all of you. Is it clear? How many approaches so far? How many approaches so far? 2 approaches. Are you comfortable, first of all? Are you comfortable? How many approaches are there? 2 approaches. One is so far. Right, ma. Thank you. Thank you. So, Ibrahim, thank you, ma. Thank you. So, right, ma. Sagar, very good. So, right. So, giving like this. Okay. So, nice. So, coming to the point of it. Now, I am going to give you the clarity. Right, ma. Rakesh. Right. Coming to that, here it is done. Right, one student is asking continuously. I have seen it and I told that also. Seema, sir, please explain Roman to numeric. He is keeping that symbol of this. I said I will explain, ma. Why you are? Who is this? Mom Blessing. Is the student name is Mom Blessing. Mom Blessing student is asking this. He asked so far 4 times. I am observing everything. If I am explaining in further, why should I take, ma? I will explain, I said. Right? I will explain, ma. I will explain. Why you are asking same thing? Because I'm not a normal person. Everything I will explain. I told in the beginning class only. I will tell you. I will explain everything because my entire teaching is bound for you two people to explain everything. It's my responsibility. I will definitely explain everything. If you read and come to my class, you will be number 1. Wonders you are. I will explain. I told you now. I explained. I told you. Mom blessing. Are you following, ma? Right. And no, no, don't worry. Now I will see every person message. Every person message I will see. There is no doubt in that. Right. Right. Yeah. Every person message I will see, because I am doing multiple operations. I am typing. I will see. I will explain. I will explain everything. Everything I will explain. Okay now. So don't think that I will see only one or two messages. I will see complimenting message. I will see this type of thing. Homework not doing, sir. I will take that. Current bill message. I will see. Every person messages I will see. Sir, current bill program, please. So still they are not doing assignment. They are doing, but they are not keeping their efforts to do it. Sir will do like that, right? Right. So please, right. Coming to the point of it, here we are entering into all these things. See, the approach number 1 is clear. Approach number 2 is clear. First of all, is approach number 1 is clear. Approach number 2 is clear. Right, students. Coming to the next part. Yes, ma, Mahendra Babu. Mahendra Babu, you are asking, see, all the, see, any type of IDE is going to be same to same. Programming is very important. Programming is very important. For example, a Jupyter notebook is the one. For example, you see, Mahendra Babu, Jupyter notebook is the one which we use it in the industry. Which we use it in the industry. Take that example for you here itself. It is getting opened. Now I will open it. First, we need to have the programming knowledge perfectly. IDE is something like what? Like a once you know driving of the car, automatically you will use coding. Once you know driving, any car can be driven very easily. Any car can be driven easily. Not at all difficult. Let me take this entire thing. Let me take this entire thing as it is. I will take it. I did not change even anything. Just paste it as it is. Just paste it as it is. Here I will paste it. Execute now. Click on this. Asking. Enter the first value. See 12. Enter the second value. 45.6. See the answer. Sum of this thing. See, beautiful. This is called industry ID. We will use it. Once we learn programming, super if you use it. Programming you learn, any ID, left hand, left finger. Yes, no problem. I said I will explain that. No problem. We can explain anything. Okay, na? Why I prefer this is because for visibility purpose, because we are having hundreds of students in the across the globe, hundreds of students are there. To reach to them with a more visibility and more font and everything, I am preferring this type of thing. So if you have that, you try to develop that thing in your IDs, no problem. For better visibility, for better explanation, I am taking this. Okay, shall I move forward? Approach number 1 is doing what? Taking the input from function call. Now you come to my explanation here. You come to my explanation here. In this case, here I am having. In approach number 1, what are we doing? Come on, my dear students. In approach number 1, tell me, ma, what are we doing? In this approach, come on. In this approach, we take input. We take input. I will take input from where? Function calls. Function calls. We take input from function calls. This is the first one. We take input from function call. First point I am writing. We take input from where? Function calls. Second one is called what? We processing. I will write it. Processing is from where? Processing in where? Function body. For processing in function body. Next is called what? Result, nothing but output. See that. Result, nothing but what? Output. In where? Function call. Again in function call. We are returning back. In function call. Sir, what is an example? I can give you this type of example. What is there? I can give you this example. Here I will paste it. Example I can give you. Because once you know one example, same example I will tell you with 4 approaches. With the 4 approaches, I will tell you. With the 4 approaches, I will tell you. See that function processing. This is called processing. This is called processing. If you want me to give it, see all the times I am writing processing. This is called input. Function called input I am giving. Input and output also I am collecting. Output also I am collecting. Input sending, output collecting, input sending and output taking, A and B are called input, KVR is called output, processing, everything. This is called approach number 1. So is it clear, my dear students? Is it clear, my dear students? Come on, my dear students, quickly. If you say, I will move to further. Yes, so next I will go for what? Next, I will go for what? Approach number 2. What are we doing in approach number 2? Where are you taking input? Inside the function body. Where are you processing? Inside the function body. Where are you printing? Inside the function body. This is called approach number 2. Tell me, here I am going to do, in this approach, I am going to give you the clarity. I told already, any one of the approach you can take. Input taking inside of tell me function body. So try to enjoy this area. Function body. Processing is always in function body. Result is always inside the function body. Some people will prefer this, some people will prefer this. Any one of the way you can prefer, you can take it happily. This is called example I am going to cover. Example I am going to cover. What is an example? You see, my dear students, I will take it this area. Okay, you take it this area here. I'm going to give you the example here. See, my dear students, taking input here, processing here, I'm printing the result. Just you call the function happy. Okay, students, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with that? Will you permit me to go to the approach number 3? Yes. Come on to the point back here. So, coming to the next, Manjula, it is 100% possible, ma. 100% possible. After we will do it in the class, because in the beginning days, na, it is possible, ma. 100% Manjula, it is possible. Okay, na? Yeah. So coming to the point of it, approach number 3. Approach number 3, we are going to that. So Manjula, it is possible, ma'am. It is possible. So we will do it in the class. I will show you that. If you are already knowing that, you can use it. I will also show it in the class. Okay. Now coming to the approach number 3. What is that approach number 3 is taking? You just try to have some small analogy here. Here, I will try to take one small example. Right? Coming to that, Senapati, you must read the notes, ma. You must read the notes. Without reading the notes, nothing will come out of it. Now you are asking what are the users of it. Now I am getting very much fear of this. I am getting very much fear of that. So you are getting, sir, what are the users of it, sir? I did not get you that. I am getting very much fear because of this sentence. What we are discussing, ma? Which topic we are discussing? Satapati, Senapati, sorry, Satapati, SR. What we are discussing? Functions. What is the use of functions? Satapati? What is the use of functions? To perform the operation and code reusability. How many approaches are there to perform the operations and code reusability? How many approaches are there to do the code reusability approaches? 4 ways are there. How many approaches we discussed already? 2 ways we discussed it. What is the first way we discussed it? Input taking, function, result, everything. And then approach number 2 also discussed it. So if you don't understand, means Sir, I did not get it means what are the uses of it? Why did not get means these are the problem solving things. Actually, this type of things will arise when you are not able to read. Not reading regularly, not practicing, this type of things will come. When I am explaining continuously without having a single second gap, you can understand how fluently I am saying. When you read also, you can also understand very fluently. If we did not read the notes and not touching the book, you cannot understand 100%. I am saying that. Okay. If you follow me, if you follow our notes regularly, you will understand like anything. This is my points. Beginning I said the same thing. Today also I am saying the same thing. Even further also I will tell the same thing. This is my things. Fine. Right. So take care. Take care. So take care of that. Next, I will continue that approach. Approach number, in this case, if you come to this, in this approach, if you come to that, what I'm trying to tell here is, see, first one, what we did, functions now. Taking values, that is a taking input values, taking values, returning values. First approach this is. Taking values, function is taking values and processing inside and returning the value. Next is called what? Not taking values from outside and then taking inside, of course, processing inside and not returning values outside. Of course, it is printing inside. This is the first and second we did. First and second we did. Can anybody can prepare the third one based on these two? Can anybody can prepare, apply your intelligence, taking values, returning values, and not taking values, not returning values. Can anybody can prepare with your knowledge? Taking values, taking values, not returning values. This is one thing. Next, one more also you can prepare, not taking values and returning values. This is called the fourth one. These are the two things. These two are coming from the existing two only. Are you understanding, my dear students? This part, are you understanding? Are you understanding? Please. 80% are following like anything. 80% of the students are following like anything. Of course, that only will do wonders. Right. Fine. Shall we move forward? Shall we move forward regarding the third one? Third one is what? Taking values. From where? Function call. Processing is inside the function and not returning the values. My dear students. See, my dear students, I will take it. In this approach, see what I am doing here. In this approach, I am saying taking values, input taking from function call. Input taking from function call. Processing is always inside the body. Result also I am giving inside the body. That's it. That's it. Coming to the point of it. Right. Come on to the point. Here I will take it. Only this part I will take it. I am not taking anything else. Yeah. Coming to this point. What is my title? What is my title? Approach number 3. Approach number 3 title is what? Here you see. Here approach number 1. Even I will take this also. Approach number 2 also I will write here. Points of this. Taking in. I will write wherever you go, these points will continue. Because these are the approaches to solve your problem. Body. Taking in. Body. Gives in. Result gives in. Gives in. Where? Function body only. Function body only. Because always our classes deals with the so depth of it. Please enjoy that depthness in my class. Because I am not telling just like a normal thing. Taking from where? Taking from where? Function calls. Taking from function calls. Processing in this result also. Now do it. DEF. Sum OP of X comma Y. Not only AB, anything you can take it. Because taking function calls from function call. Now do what? Some Z is equal to X plus Y. Processing this is called a processing. Z is a local variable. Print inside only. What I am doing? Sum of and is equal to dot format of dot format of x comma y comma z. That's it. Processing, I'm printing inside. Processing in the body. This is called processing in the body. Processing in the body. Result I'm giving inside the function body. Result I'm giving inside the function body. Right? Now main program I will define. Main program you say I will take it. Some OP of what? A comma B. What are AB? Are the inputs coming from the main program. I will take it this AB. I will take it this AB. Here I am writing. That's it. AB. Just taking the values. Result is printing. I am not using a written statement here. I am not getting. Don't get confused. Because these are the ways and means. These are the ways and means to do this. Save this. Save this code. Right. Approach number 3.py. Yes. Execute this code. Execute this code. Coming to this place. Py. Yeah. Approach 3. Enter the first value. 23. 67.8. I got the result. Sum of 23.63.90.8. I got it. Now minus 4.5. Minus 6.7. I got the result like this. I hope you are understanding that. I will say next called 0 and 45. I got the result called 45.0. Are you understanding, my dear student? Is it clear? Is this approach is clear? Yes. How many approaches are there? How many approaches are there? 4 approaches. What is the last approach? This example also I will put it. I will put this approach there also. I will put this approach here also. Last and final approach I will explain. Last and final approach I will explain. Then we can stop the class. Right. Think that I am giving the approaches here also. Where I am taking, this is called what? Taking input. Taking input from function calls. Yeah. Taking input from function calls. Right. See that? Beautiful. Now this is called one approach. What is the approach number 4? Last approach I am going to take. You can easily tell in this approach, what are we doing? I will take up this. In this approach, what are we doing? You see. Taking values in this approach, taking the values inside a function body, processing inside the body, result in gives to what? Gives to what? Come on, fast, everybody. Gives to where? Function calls. Very good, function calls. Let us go for example. Yeah, it is confusion to some of the students because not concentrating. When I go to the depth of the subject, to hold the depth, you must have continuous reading, continuous concentration. Okay, approach number 4, I'm going for. Approach number 4, I'm taking. This only I will take it. This only I will try to take it. Why that this will take it. This I will take it. This point I will take it. Just for a minute you watch it. Just for a minute I will adjust my code. Approach number 4. Taking input in function body. Right? Everything gives to function call. That's it. Gives to function call. These are the ways and means. Nothing is there. Function call. Yeah. Taking input. Processing. I am going to print the result outside. So I will say what here? Return C. I will say return C. In Python, we can return 3 values also at a time. That I will explain tomorrow. Today I will return only 1 value. Return C. C means it is the result is coming. See, function call, result gives to function call. This I will take it. Function call and returning the result. And the result gives to function call. This I will print it. Print sum is equal to dot format of result I am saying. Execute this. This is called approach number 4.py. 4 approaches. Number of approaches. Yes. Approach 4.py. Yes. So, fine. Coming to the point of it, I say 34, I say 56, I got the result like this. Now, next is called 6.7, next is called 4.5. This is the result I got it. This is the result I got it. Right. Fine. Are you able to understand, my dear students? Are you able to understand, my dear students? Is it clear? Yes. Fine. Moreover, one small point, one of our student, who is that? Kailash. Kailash is asking this question. I will just try to address this because his career related doubt is asking. I will take it. Yeah. My dear student, first of all, is it clear? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ma. Thank you for your compliments. These examples I will explain. In the next class also, I'm going to explain so many examples for you. So many examples I'm going to explain to you. Don't worry. Today I did some approaches. Tomorrow also I will do some more examples. Yeah. See, students, some student is asking this question. A big question is asking, sir, I don't have, what is that? Sir, I have doubt. Sir, my relatives are doing job in software. They will say, who completed degree in BCom computer applications, they are not eligible for software jobs. I am also degree student BCom computer applications. Sir, please clarify my doubt. So I don't, Kailash, it's a first time, of course, because as a industry programmer, I have seen so many candidates who studied BCom, BCom computers, BSc computers, they did, and they are working in the software industry. My dear student, I will tell you, Kailash, in Hyderabad, near to my colony, there is one mega women's college is there. So many candidates of women, girls, BCom, BSc candidates selected by Wipro. Wipro candidates are selected in the financial year 2021. 60,000 students are selected of degree students, Kailash. And one more, Badruka Institute of Commerce, Hyderabad. They also selected lot of BCom students. And yeah, Ravi Kishore, Ravi Kumar is saying, right, right. Now you see, Ravi Kumar is saying that don't get the what do you see? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, BCom students are doing job. They are my team member working in DevOps. See, one of our real-time programmer is saying that is a student is called Ravi Kumar. He is a real-time student. In his team member is also working in DevOps. He is a BCom student. Maybe don't worry regarding this. Don't worry regarding this. My dear student, my dear student. So yes, ma, Ravi Kishore, you are also okay. He is also DevOps engineer from Infosys. He is also one student. Infosys, he is working. Is working. So Arun Kumar is also saying, see, my dear student, Kailash, he is saying that, Arun Kumar is saying, you see, I am BCom student, sir. I am working in TCS as a senior developer. Seema, don't worry. See, like that. Don't worry. See, all our students are working employees. See, Muhammad is also one, he is a civil engineer. So, see, one thing is here, Manjula is saying that, one more thing, see that. So, education is not important, work is important, all students are eligible. Kailash, right. Are you understanding, ma, Kailash? So, feel more happy. So, don't worry, right. Don't worry, you will get the job. Only thing is you improve your coding. Only see our all people are there. You see, all these are working people. They said so. Infosys developer is our student. Is working. Is a BCom student working in TCS as a senior developer. You see, so your relatives may be misguiding you, and they have something. Don't speak to the people. You always anything is there. You speak to me and improve your coding. You just get a job and show your power to them. That's it. Okay, right. Definitely, Ma, Ranjan. Don't worry, don't worry. After that, you can communicate with me, no problem. I'm there now, I'm there with you. Once you are there in my class, I am there with you. I will give a lot of guidance for you. Don't worry. First, we will improve our subject. Subject is important. I'm telling to everybody, first improve your subject. You try to get any opportunity only with the subject, Ma. Even you first do with your subject. Only subject is important. Right. Fine. Right. Right. Fine. Anuj is also one of our student. Anuj is also one of our student. He is having one vacancy in Infosys. Seema one week he is having something like this. Anuj is saying there is a vacancy in Infosys for 19, 20, 21 for BSc BCom student. I send it to you. He is saying that you see. Anuj is saying this. He is also Infosys employee. So like that, so many things are there. So many friends are there in with you. So why you are getting the like that? So right, don't worry about that. Right. Yes, sir. Right. So like that. Okay. One more student is there. Mallu Shalam. Mallu. What is the name student? Some student Mallu. Sir, I am in teaching 2019. Will they consider me in Infosys? I am in passed out. Consider me. Why not, ma? Why not, ma? Sindura, yes, ma. Definitely they will consider you. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. So, don't worry about degree students. Once you improve your coding, I said in the beginning only, irrespective of your background skills, this thing you will get it into that. Okay, don't worry. First thing is improve your coding. Subject you improve. If I say this thing, this is listening very easily, but most important is subject is important. See, I say this money, that money, but earning money is important. Once you earn money, na, things are easy. Once you earn subject, na, getting things are dead easy. First, always I focus is on programming. Once you know programming well, our students only will help you. Okay, right. So you will get it, Narendra. Yes, ma. You are MBA working in Wellforce, trying to get the job in Python. Definitely, you will get it. No doubt in that. Please improve your coding. That is only my recommendation to everybody. Okay, right. So now it is a 5 o'clock 54 minutes. Right. Right. Thank you, Ma Manjula. So right. So thank you. And tomorrow class I will do more examples on these approaches. Now I will post this example to you. Right. Thank you. Good day. All the best. God bless you.